Hey guys, in this video we're gonna create this beautiful website. As you can see, we have a lot of things to do. So we're gonna create this 3 coin with this 3D CSS, and you can see we're gonna create this laptop with this 3D CSS. As you can see, this beautiful CSS and other thing we're gonna create this. So let me just start with this. So we're gonna create this homepage. As you can see, we have this text and this 3 coin, and we have this line. As you can see, we're gonna add a box shadow for this line, this before and after for this, and we have this menu also. As you can see, we have this beautiful menu. We're gonna just create it very fast in this video, and we can see we're gonna just create this laptop. It's a little simple. You can just create it very fast. I'm just gonna show it how to just do it. You can just see it, and we're gonna create this plan. As you can see, this is the second plan, and this is our third plan. We're gonna create everything for this, guys. And this is our games. As you can see, we're gonna just show our games to users. So we have these games, for example, for our user want to just play the game. This is the second game. We're just gonna show it to user, and other game, yeah. So we're just gonna create this 3 game. No need to add more game for this, guys. Let's just be a simple, guys. As you can see it, okay. And this is our contact page, which is this little form and this text, and we have this comment for the users, and we have added the same square from this menu. We're just gonna add it here, guys, to just start here. And this is our photo, which is the last thing. We're just gonna create it very fast, guys. So hope you guys like this website. And I didn't add too much JavaScript for this, guys, because I just want to finish the video very fast. So sorry about that. Now, before just starting this video, guys, let me just take a minute of your attention, guys. So I want to tell you, this is my last video, and this is why I didn't add and this is why I didn't more JavaScript and other thing. So I want to be my last video, and I'm not sure when I will come back for this YouTube, guys, because I have posted a video in 1 year, as you can see, or less than 1 year. But the problem is I didn't become a YouTube partner for this to just earn a little money from this from this YouTube when I just created this video. So this is the reason why I want to be in my last video, guys, and create more video for next plan, more upgrade, nice design, more 3D CSS, more 3D CSS, and you can create a circle CSS. Maybe it's not a real circle, but okay. Creating arrow CSS for selecting this plan to plan C. We're gonna meet it with a 3D CSS. I'll also create a triangle 3D CSS and more. And maybe I didn't choose a right topic for my video because no one is interested anymore in a web development, because this AI can create your website, all the things you need, just use it by AI. And I wish I could use your help, guys, and tell me what a best topic for your coding to get interested. And if you want to help me, guys, please just give me some advice in a comment to see what I will do for my next video, guys. But yeah, anyway, I really want to share more design, but I think this is it, and I'm really sorry about that. But for now, I will work in a freelancer to just earn a little money and buy a laptop, buy a graphic card for creating AI with PyTorch. I think this is cool. So I need a graphic and more PC. So yeah, I need some money, and so my best option is going back to just work and work in a freelancer. But anyway, thank you as always, guys, for supporting our channel, and let's get started this video, guys. Okay, guys, now let's just start with HTML, just like always. So for creating this website, guys, we need a 5 style sheet for the theme, menu and about, plan, and this contact. Yeah, this is, let's just create it very fast, this style sheet of this, and you can see I just created this 5 style sheet, just added for this style sheet of this, and also this. And before to just start this video, and you can find this source code in a link of this description, guys. If you have any problem with HTML and JavaScript, just download the source code in any case if you have a problem. Okay, so let me just add this JavaScript for this app.js, guys. Okay, and also we don't need this, sorry for this, guys, we don't need the image. Okay, yeah, let me just add this right line. As you can see it with this, let's just create this simple right line, and we're gonna add this for this body. We're gonna add this stash of this position relative to just make it okay. So right line. Okay, now let me just add this hero header and this logo first, and then this menu. First we're gonna add this button, second we're gonna add this moon of this, that is dark this, okay, and this icon too for this menu of this, guys. Okay, anyway, let's just continue. Now let me add this new menu, which is when a user open this, you can see this is a menu link for this, and this it's one skill that from my CSS library, guys. You can just add it, and I'm just gonna explain it for this, guys. just added this 6 div, which is a 6 of this my CSS library, guys, for this square, as you can see it. Okay, and now let me just add this inner, as you can see. Let me just add this bg left. We can see this is a line, as you can see it, and I'm gonna add this before and after for this, guys, bg left. Okay, let me add this text and add this coin for this 3 coin, as you can see it. So let me just add the first coin. I'm gonna add this coin 3D, and I'm gonna add this coin left to right, as you can see. So we need 2 span for this coin of this to just make it this. Let me just close this, sorry for this, guys. And you can see I just added this ion icon inside it, inside of this span, as you can see. Just added this ion icon inside it, or your you know, this image or other thing, just add it. So, and now let me just add another. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it again here. Just make sure to user not know in the center of this coin is empty. So, but if I just show you right now very fast, you can see, let me just show you very fast, guys. So let's just make it here. You can see the center of this coin is empty. So I'm just gonna add a new coin 3D for the left and right. You can see this is a new left of this left right, which is a second of this. Just make sure to not user know about this coin is empty in the center of this, guys. Yeah, we're just gonna add this very fast. Hope you understand that. Okay. Okay, so after that we're just gonna copy and paste it for the coin open 2, and I'm gonna add this anime cube, which is I'm gonna add a new animation instead of this, in the same of this animation. And again I'm just gonna copy and paste it for the coin open 3. Again, a new animation for the anime cube 3. Just add it for this, guys. Okay, so this is the whole of this hero page. Let's just continue and add this section about page. We're gonna add this grid, which I'm gonna add this display grid and the grid template column. Okay, I'm gonna add this square. You can see this is a square and icon center in the center of this square. I'm just gonna add it, and I'm just gonna add the position tip to just make it this, you know, the position of this square in the left of this grid. Okay. Now let me add this text, and I'm gonna add this coin box. First, let me just add this again. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste it very fast. Just gonna copy and paste it very fast here, and name it bg left for this, you know, creating this moon, as you can see it. Okay. Now let me add this coin open 4. I'm just gonna add this 2 of this. No need to left to right 2. Just add this. Just add 2 of this span to just make it this, you know, the laptop of this Apple, as you can see it. And just add ion icon in the first of this. No need to add it here in the second of this. Okay. Next, I'm gonna add this section for this plan. First, let me add this square, just like always. Let me add this text up, which is I'm gonna add this margin. Just make sure it's up of this text. Okay. Now let me add a grid for this, just like this. It's the same style for this display. Okay. Just gonna add this grid again, and I'm gonna add this all text inside it. So first text is a plan 1, as you can see. Second text is a plan 2. Third text is a plan 3. So let's just create it. Okay. Let me add the first text. So we have this h1 and p. Now let me create this square and this, you know, btn for this. I'm just gonna add the id btn. Just make sure to add the onclick for this with the JavaScript, guys, as you can see it. Okay. Now just copy and paste it to text s2. Same of this. Just gonna change it, this plan 2 and this plan 2 and this btn2. Okay. Just gonna change it. Copy and paste it again. Here we go. So this is our 3 text. Okay. Now let me just create this. Okay, so for the first one, we're gonna add this all the box. First, I'm just gonna start with a box plan 1, as you can see it. I'm just gonna add this square. I'm gonna add this line and this text for this top, as you can see it, and this text 2 for the bottom. We're gonna add this position for this, guys. Okay. Now let's add line 2 text 2. Okay. Line 3 text 2. Line 4 text 2. So this is how to create this 4 line, as you can see it. So this is our first plan, as you can see. I'm just gonna add this square, little square for this, a new square, as you can see. Okay. Now just copy and this paste it for the, you know, for the next plan. So in the next plan, we're gonna add this, you know, this new. We have this limo and joker bonds. Now let me add this line 5 and this line 6 and this line 7 of this joker bonds. So this is our next line. Now again, just copy all of this. You know, just copy all of this and paste it for the box plan 3. Okay. Now after you just copy and paste it for this, guys, we're gonna add it again new line for this, which is this line 8 and the line 9 for this slash, as you can see it. Okay. Anyway, so this is the old plan of this. Now let's go to the next, which is a next section. We have this games. Okay. I'm gonna display grid and the text for this, and I'm just gonna create a div to have all the game inside it. So let's just first create this first game, as you can see. So this is our first game, and this is second game, and the third game is, you can see the card. Okay. So let's just start with the first game. We're gonna add this div, as you can see. So this is from my CSS library, guys. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it here, si2, si3. I'm gonna style it for this, for this game one. Now I'm just gonna add this text flex for this 10%, 30%, minus 20%. Okay. Now let me just create this game 2. Okay. I'm gonna add this box for the game 2, 16 box that we have here. So this is again from my CSS library. I'm just gonna copy and paste it. Now for the game 3, which is have a 4 card for this game. Okay. And I'm gonna explain it in CSS, guys. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now let's go to the next section, which is this contact. I'm gonna add this square. I'm gonna add this text. I'm just gonna add this form, which is have this, the simple of this form. Okay. And no, for this unclick, just delete it. Okay. Anyway, now let me add this last one, which is this section, and again, and for this footer. Okay. So for this, I'm just gonna add this text up again. Just make sure to have a margin and this grid. Have this icon first. We're gonna style this icon and this add a client for this, this comment. And so before to just add a comment, let me just create this text box. I'm just gonna name it S1, S2, S3 from my CSS library. Just make sure to add this, and we're gonna add animation inside it. Okay. Now let me add the comment 1, comment 2, comment 3. Just add a new comment for this, guys. Now the last one is a footer, guys. So for the footer, we're gonna add this square again. Just make sure you see it from the right line. I'm gonna add this logo text. I'm gonna add this flex footer to add this cool of this first cool, the second cool. Here we go. So this is all you need for this HTML. Let's go to the CSS, guys. Just make sure to finish this video very fast, guys. So first, let me just start with this home.css, which is the home page. So for this home page, guys, let me just copy and paste it from my previous video. Just like always, we have a star and this, this text and body, which is this color h1, h3, and hero and the header. The same of this, just like we just created. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it here. I'm not gonna explain it. Just add it here, guys. And now let me just add this, this background for this, guys, of this, and let me add a position relative, guys, because I want to add a right line. If you remember, we have this right line, as you can see it. So we need a position relative. Just make sure we added this body have this right line, which is a 100%, guys. Okay, I'm gonna explain it. Okay, last thing, I'm gonna add this body active, which is for this menu, which is to make sure this website be a dark. So I'm just gonna add this background color, and I'm just gonna add the JavaScript for this, guys. So for now, let's just skip it. So yeah, this is all you need for this, guys. Now let me add this menu first. Just make sure add the display text and add this gap and the align time center. Okay, let me add the menu button. Just make sure I have this width and the padding and the margin bottom. And now let's just not style it. So I'm just gonna style it later. Let's just skip it, guys. Okay, let me add this inner. Okay, so for this inner, I'm just gonna add display text, justify content space between align time center, padding, and the position. Okay, let me add the top. Let me add the right line that I'm just added this position for this body. I'm just gonna add this position, top, left, width, height, and this border, left, and the bottom, as you can see. Okay, now let me add the box shot. Just make it. Okay, so this is our box shot for this right line, as you can see it, guys. And you can see this is the whole of this right line. Just make sure to add this height 100%, guys. Just make sure it's all of this body. Okay, I'm just gonna add this index. Here we go. So now let's just add this icon, and let me just style to just make sure it's color white and the font size and the padding. Okay, now let me add this VG left and the VG left too, which is I want to create this line. If you remember, I'm gonna add the position, top, left, transform, and the width and the height. Just make sure it's here. Okay, I'm gonna add this border left and the border bottom. Now let me add this box shadow for this, guys. So this is our box shadow for this VG left, as you can see it. Let me add the index, guys. Just make sure. Okay, now it's good. Here we go. Now let me add this VG left too for this moon. If you remember, I'm just gonna add the border radius. Just make sure it's it's circle, and I'm gonna add this top and the border radius and the box shadow for this, guys. And I can see, yeah, here we go. You can see it's here. Okay. Now let me just add this VG left before and after. Just make sure to add the content, which absolute, top, left, and the transform, and the width and the height. Okay, and the border right and the border bottom for this, guys. So this is for the before and after, as you can see it. Now let me add this box shadow, and now for the after, I'm just gonna change this position, as you can see the top left of this. Okay, just add it. Okay, good, guys. Next, let's just create this coin for this, this 3 coin that we have in a home page. I'm gonna position a relative and the width and the height. Just make sure it's the full box inside of this coin. Okay, Now let me add this coin open. So we have a 4 coin, if you remember guys. If I just want to show you, we have a 4 coin open. Okay, so I'm just gonna add it very fast for this guys. I'm just gonna add this position absolute top, left, and the transform, and the width and the height guys, and the index and the margin 0 2. Okay, now let me just call this coin open to just make sure to just decrease this scale for this guys, the size of this, and just make sure to add the change this top and the left for this guys. Okay, let me add the coin open 3, and for this the last one is the scale again, just copy and paste it and just change this top and the left. Okay, now let's go for the coin 3D, which is this as you can see it. I'm just gonna add the animation inside it. So let me add the position absolute top left. I'm gonna add this transform and this width and the height and this transform style. We need that guys, so just add it. This is important. Just add this for this. Just make sure it's 3D for the CSS. Now let me add the background and this animation guys for the cube 2. 15 seconds is infinite. Okay. Now before to just create this animation, let me just make sure we created this coin to just see it guys. Okay, just make sure to just see it. So I'm just gonna skip the animation. Let me first create this left right for this left right 2 and the left right. Just make sure to add the position absolute top left. Okay, another height, width, and the height. Now let's call this span, and let's not forget about transform style for this 3D. Okay, now let's just style this span that have inside this left right guys. So for this span, I'm just gonna put absolute again top left. I'm gonna add this width and the height, custom width and the height. You can add more if you like, but let me add this transform calc 90 degree and translate Z 15 pixel, and the transition and the border radius. Just make sure it's circle. Okay, let me add the background and the box shadow. Here we go. You can see this is our coin. Here we go. We just created. Now let me add the coin left right 2 that we just created. So I just need to just add this and just change this box shadow guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna add this transform of this translate Z 8 pixel. Just make sure just decrease this from the 15 pixel, and user not know that that is empty in the center of this the coin. So this is how to create it for this left right 2. Now let's go to just create this animation guys. So before to just create this animation, if you remember guys, we have this anime cube and the anime cube 3. So let me just call it here and add a new animation for this guy. So just copy and paste it and make sure it's for this be a cube, and for this cube 3 I'm just gonna add the cube 3. 15 seconds is for words infinite. Okay, now let's just create this animation guys. So for this animation guys, let me just add a 0%, 20%, 40%, 50%, 60%, and this 80% and 100%. So you can see this is a first animation guys, and you can just go to the inspect and just change the disposition and add it for your keyframes guys. Just like always I seen in my previous video, if you remember guys, just change this position, just change this rotate X, rotate Y, rotate, and add your own animation instead of this keyframes guys. So I just go in inspect and just added my own transform for this rotate X, rotate Y, just random this animation guys. Yeah, so this is a simple random animation guys. Okay, let me add this cube 3 for this 0%, 20%, 40%, and for this 50%, 60%, 80%, and 100%. Okay, so this is our cube 3 as you can see the animation. This is a different. Now last one, I'm gonna add this cube 2. I'm gonna add 0%, transform, rotate X, rotate Y, and rotate. Okay, 10%, 20%, 40%, 45%, 50%, 60%, 80%, and 90%, and 100%. So this is my custom of this transforms that I just choose from the inspect. I just change a little bit of this, decrease, increase, decrease, increase, as you can see guys. And just pause the video and just type it very fast. Just make sure to go to the next. Okay, so yeah, this is the whole animation of this coin. As you can see, it's nice. Let's just style this icon. I'm sorry for this guys, to just make sure at the style this icon. So we have a coin 3D left right, and we have a coin open. If you remember, we have this coin open 4, which is a laptop of this we can see it guys. Okay, I'm sorry, of this laptop we have this icon Apple, as you can see. So I'm just gonna add this coin open coin for this. Just make sure to add this the position absolute top left. Just make sure it's center. Now just add the color and the font size. Here we go. You can see this is our coin that we just created guys. Nice. And let me just And now let me just copy this and paste it here. Just make sure to decrease this font size for this, guys, and add this transform rotate minus 90 degree. So when I created this laptop, my icon just changed this rotate for this, guys. So I'm just gonna make sure it's, you know, the front. So I just added for this, guys. So yeah, this is all you need for this home page, as you can see it, guys. Nice. So let's go next, and next is about page, guys. Okay, so for this about page, let's just create it first. We're gonna start with a grid, guys. If you remember, we added this grid, and I'm gonna add this big grid, repeat 2, 1, and 4. Just make sure we have a 2 item for this grid, okay? And let me add this gap for this 50 pixel, guys, and this position relative, guys. Okay, here we go. You can see this, so this is our moon, as you can see it. Now let me add the text for this first. I'm just gonna add this width 500 pixel, okay? I'm gonna add this square, just make sure it's here in the right line, as you can see. So I'm just gonna add this. So just like I just added this position relative, I'm just gonna add the position absolute, just make sure it's a left of this, guys. Okay, position absolute top left minus 6%, as you can see it's here right now. Okay, I'm gonna add this width and height and this border radius and the transform for this, guys. Okay, now let me add the background and the box shadow, guys. Just make sure x square, here we go, and the z index. Now let me add this icon center. Just make sure it's a center and have this different box for this, if you remember. So I'm gonna do position absolute top left and you know, transform. Just make sure it's center, and I'm gonna this box shadow and this width and the height. Here we go. We just created, guys. This is our next box shadow for the, you know, the icon center, guys. Nice. And I'm gonna this just style this icon. So I'm just gonna this position absolute top left, and I'm gonna this rotate minus 45 degree. Minus 45 degree. Just make sure it's now better, as you can see, guys. Just add this, don't forget about that. Okay, I'm gonna this color under this font size. Just make sure it's created right here. Here we go. Now let's just create this next coin, which is of this laptop, and I just didn't change in this name. You can change this name to the laptop, but let's just create it very fast, guys. Okay, so for this I'm just gonna the position relative and the width and the height, just a custom, which is, you know, I'm gonna this margin 0 and just make sure it's center, just like this. Okay, nice. Now let's just create this coin open. So if you remember, we add a new name for this laptop of this. So this is our, I think, yeah, so this is our about page, guys, as you can see it, guys. So as you can see, this is our coin open for the next coin. Okay, let's just create this transform. Again, I'm gonna do this different position of this and make sure it's you know, the small of this. So I'm just gonna this scale 0.3. Okay, you can increase it, but yeah, let's just go to the next. Now let me just call this coin 3D left right. Just make sure add this transform call, just change this call, just make sure it's, you know, the laptop. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you right now. I'm gonna this position absolute top left, I'm gonna this width and the height, custom width and the height, and I'm gonna this transform and this calc 45 degree, and this transforms and this translates Z 245 pixel, as you can see. Now it's, you know, this I'm sorry for this circle. Let me just add this border radius, just make sure it's, you know, a square. Okay, there we go. Nice. So we just created this you know, the laptop. Let me add this animation, the next animation. So for this animation of this span, I'm just gonna decrease this transit Z. Just make sure in the last, you know, the last keyframes, just make sure the laptop open up, if you remember the animation in the first video, guys. So this is the next animation, guys. I'm just gonna show it very fast. So for this cube and a finish, I'm just gonna do 0%, 20%, 50, 40%, 50%. So I just copy from this and paste it. Just copy and paste it very fast. Just make sure to go to the next. Now for this 0%, just copy and paste it. 20%, copy again, paste it, paste it, paste it. And now let's just change this 60% and make sure it's a 50 pixel, guys. Just make sure it's a 50 pixel. And now we can see this is a close-in, and I'm gonna add this 12 pixel, and this again just copy and paste it here. And now we're gonna see it right now. Okay, let me just see. Here we go. You can see. Here we go. And now we're gonna open this laptop, as you can see it. Nice. So this is the animation of this cube finish. Here we go. Now let me just change this animation of this. It's not good. Let me just add this transform of this. I'm gonna this animation cube 4. We're gonna create a new cube for this animation. Let me add the cube 4 for this, guys. 0%, 20%, again copy and paste it for this, guys. Now 0% copy this, paste it here. I'm gonna add this transform. I'm gonna add this 20%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 80%, and 100%. It's a simple animation. Just go to the inspect, just like I said. And if I just show you very fast, guys. So for this coin open of this, just go and just change this. For example, just change this rotate y and rotate x. It's up to you just how to change it very fast. So just change it and add it for your keyframes, guys. Just make sure it's a nice animation for your keyframes, guys. Okay, so this is how I created very fast this laptop, guys, as you can see it. Okay, nice. So we have this about page, a simple style for this about page, as you can see it, guys. Very nice animation for this laptop. It's open up and you can make it circle just like you see it. If you remember, you can make it circle like this. But in the next video we're gonna create more of this 3D CSS. If you like it, guys, just add a comment if you want more to see like this, guys. But anyway, let's just continue, guys. So next style sheet of this, we're gonna go for this plan.css, guys. I have a lot of CSS, and if you want you can just skip it because we have a lot of game and a lot of, you know, the div. Just make sure to create this with the CSS. Just like I said, if you don't like it, just skip it to the next keyframes of this plan. Okay, anyway, let me add this text up, which is I'm gonna add this margin for this guy, 100 pixel margin bottom. Just make sure it's a top. Now let me put plan position relative. I'm gonna add this all text and all the box inside it. So I'm just gonna add position relative. So if you remember, we have this all text and all the box. So let me just show you real fast. You can see this is the all text and all the box. Now why I created this? Just added this position relative because I want to add a position absolute for this box plan 2 and make sure this box plan 2 in the same position of this box plan 1 for the JavaScript, guys. It's a little difficult to just make you understand from this, guys. I'm gonna explain it in JavaScript, guys. So for now, let's just create it for now. Just know that this all box we need for this JavaScript, guys. Just know this, okay? Anyway, now let me add this text s1 and the box plan 1. I'm gonna add this transition for the, you know, JavaScript, and this is the index 1. Okay, now box plan 2 and the box plan 3, I'm just gonna add the left. This is for the, you know, for the JavaScript, guys. We need that. I'm gonna add this text plan and the text plan 2, text plan 3. I'm gonna add this display flex, gap, and the align items, you know, center. Okay, I'm gonna add the margin top for this, guys. Okay, position relative. Now let me just start this p for this text plan. I'm just gonna add the color white, margin bottom, position relative. Nice. Now let me add this text plan p before. Just make sure to add this square for this plan 1, plan 2, plan 3, as you can see it. Just make sure to just create it very fast. So I'm just gonna content empty, position absolute top left, width and the height, and the border radius, and the transform. Just make sure it's, you know, the square. Now let me add the background and the box shadow. Here we go. We created this square, and this is index -1. Okay, now let me add this after for the, you know, inside it. Just make sure that add a new box shadow, width and the height, and the box shadow for this, guys. Here we go. So we created this. Nice. I'm just gonna start this button. I'm just gonna add this width and the padding and the margin button 0 pixel. Let's just skip it for now. We have a lot of thing to do. So for this box plan 1 and the box plan 2 and the box plan 3, I'm just gonna add the width and the height and the position relative and the margin 0 ito. Just make sure it's center. Nice. I'm gonna add this text s2, text s3, and the box plan 2, box plan 3. Just make sure the position absolute top opacity 0 to hide it. This, you know, the box plan 2, box plan 3 that we just added for this, you know, this is a box plan 1, this is a box plan 2. We're gonna just hide it for now for this, you know, for this. And now let me add translate and transition for the JavaScript. Okay, next we're gonna create this text s2 show for the, you know, JavaScript. So we need this show for the JavaScript. Just add it for now. I'm gonna explain it again in JavaScript, guys. So we need to just show it to user. If user click on the next for the plan 2 and the plan 3, so we need this JavaScript, guys. Okay, I'm gonna create this line 1, line 2, line 3. We have a 9 line, if you remember, guys. So for the first plan we have a 4 line, for the second plan we have a 7 line, and for the third plan we have a 9 line. Okay, so let's just create this position absolute top left. Just make sure it's center. I'm gonna add this width and the height. I'm gonna add this background and the box shadow. Okay, here we go. Let me add this line 1 and the line 2 before. Just make in center of this little box shadow for this, guys. Content empty, position absolute top left, and the transform, and this box shadow from this. Just copy and paste it from this, and very fast just go into the next. Okay, just little bit change of this box shadow, guys. Okay, I'm gonna this width and the height. Okay, here we go. We just create it. Now let me just change this rotate of the line 2, line 3, line 4. So we're gonna just change this rotate of this. Just, you know, change this. So I'm just gonna start with the line 2. I'm just gonna this transform rotate of this. Here we go. So this is a second, you know, the second of this line. For the third one, we're gonna change this transform for this rotate. Nice. I'm gonna change this line for the last one. I'm just gonna change this rotate. Nice. Now for the line 5, we're gonna change this position and a transform for this rotate, guys. So I'm just gonna do this transform of this rotate 45 degree and this top left, and I'm gonna this is index -1 and the height for this, guys. Okay. Now for the line 6, we're gonna this transform and this rotate 135 degree and this top left, and this is index height 60 degree. And you can see it because I just hide it. If you remember, I just hide it very fast. I just hide it from here. I'm gonna show you after we just create everything for this line. So next line, we're gonna this transform rotate and this top left, just gonna change it, and this is index and the height for this, guys. Okay. 8th line, we're gonna add this transform rotate 0 degree and this top left and the index and the height 50%. Last line, we're gonna create this transform rotate 0 degree top left and this height 55%. Now if I just show you first, just go to the next. So if you remember, we just hide this. Yeah, there we go, we just hide it. Let's just show you. There we go. So this is the old line we just created right here, guys. Okay, so for now, let's just hide it and we're gonna just start in the JavaScript, guys. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna add this square tool. Just make sure in the center of this line, I'm gonna this content position. So just copy and paste it very fast so that I think we just created it right here. Yeah, yes, just copy and paste it very fast here. Just can change this little bit of this width and the height of this. Okay, and this index 1. There we go. We just created this square. Now let's just change this position of this text for the txt1, txt2, txt1, txt2. So for this text, I'm gonna add this top for this text. As you can see, we're just gonna change this top and add this top left and this width be 100 pixel. I'm gonna add the height and the text align center. Just make sure it's center. Nice. Now for the text 2, I'm just gonna add the bottom for this, guys, and this left and the transform and translate and the width and the height. Again, text align center. Nice. Let me add this text P and the text 2P. Just style this. I'm just gonna add this color and the text shadow to just make it brightness, as you can see it. Nice. I'm gonna add this margin bottom 0 pixel. Okay. Now let me add the line 1 text 2. Just make sure it's a little bit changed this position. You can see it's not good. For example, it's not good, the position. We're gonna change a little bit for this, guys, and I'm gonna change this line 2 for the text 2, and I'm gonna this rotate for them. Just fix this position of this text. Okay, I'm gonna this transform again of this rotate. I'm gonna this transform of this rotate. Just make sure it's you can read this text of this, guys. Just add this. We need that. Okay. Now for the line 5 of this text 2, we're gonna add the bottom and the left. Now it's good. Now for the line 7, we're gonna add this rotate and the bottom and the left. Again, line 9, we're gonna add this top left. Okay, nice. So this is all you need for this line, guys. Next, we're gonna create these games, guys. So just like I said, if you don't like a game, just skip it because we have a lot of game to create it. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it from the my CSS library. I'm just gonna this alt game position relative. I'm gonna this game 1 width and the height and the position relative margin 0 height 2 and this feedback. So first game, we're gonna this animation for the left one of this animation, which is the hiding game 1, game 2, game 3. And show it after a few seconds for this, guys. Okay, so this is the animation. But anyway, let me add the game 2 and the game 3. Just hide this position absolute top left and add this transform translate x. Okay, now for the c1, c2, c3, if you remember this, so this is my CSS library for the first game that we want to create this circle. I'm just gonna create this I'm just gonna call off all of this, and this a start 1 and a start 2, which is this the animation that circle the ball fall from the top. Okay, let me add this content position absolute top left transform. I'm just gonna add this width and the height and the border radius 50% transform. And now let me add the background and the box shadow and the index 1. Okay, let me add the S2. Just make sure to change this position of this circle of this ball. So I'm just gonna change it very fast. The top left, S3 top left, S4 top left, S5, S6, S7, S8, S9, S10. There we go. Now let me just call this start 1. Just make sure to add this position of this background and the an animation for this, guys. It's gonna fall from the top of this. And now let me add the S2 again. I'm just gonna copy and paste this background and this next animation for the game 2. Okay, let's just create this animation, guys. So for this animation, we're gonna do 0% and 1%, which is at this top, and which is copy from this top and then paste it from this. Okay, just copy and paste it for the 0% and 1%. Now in the 25% and the 50% and 75%, I'm gonna add this top left. As you can see, it's gonna fall from the top, as you can see it. Now for the 50%, we're gonna change again from this, you can see. Okay, now let's just go for the top again, change it this top. Here we go. Now let's go for the top. Okay, here we go. So just copy and paste it for the game one of this keyframes. I'm just gonna do 0%, 1% again, just copy and paste it. Now for this 25%, 50% and 75%, we're gonna this top left, this top left 50% and this top left for the 75%, as you can see. So this is our game from my CSS library, guys. Hope you guys like it. So this is how you create it, guys. Just pause it and just type it very fast to just go to the next, guys. Okay, let me just add this text flex, just make sure it's here, guys. I'm gonna add this flex and the gap 70 pixel, align item center, position absolute, top bottom, minus 10%, left 50%, and this transform. Here we go. We just created it. We just created this first game, as you can see it. Just gonna show the user our first game, guys. Let me add the color white. Okay, here we go. Now let me go for the game 2, the next game, guys. I'm gonna add this width, height, the 300 pixels and animation for the left 2, which is hiding for the the game. I'm gonna this box from my CSS library. So we have a 16 box, if you remember. We just created a 16 box in an HTML. We're gonna create this content, position absolute, top left, transform. Okay, I'm gonna add this width and the height, just make sure it's square. I'm gonna add this border radius 10% instead of 50%. I'm gonna this transform again. I'm gonna this background and the box shadow. Just created this this box. Okay, now let me add this z-index -1. Okay, now let's just change this position, guys, for the box 2, box 3, box 4. Just gonna change it from my CSS library very fast. So box 2, box 3, and this animation for the rotate Y. So I just added this animation from a random box of this. So what is a rotate Y of this animation of this box? I want to just add the rotate Y for this, guys. I'm gonna show it for now, but let me just add this keyframes. So 0% and 100%, we're gonna add this rotate of this 0 degree, guys. Now 50%, I'm gonna add this rotate Y 180 degree, and you can see, here we go, you can see, just added this rotate Y, and we're gonna show the game of this, if this circle or it's not circle. Okay, now let me add this circle of this box 3 and the box 6. I'm gonna add the content, push up to top left, transform, and the width and the height be a 30 pixel. Now let's just create this border radius circle. I'm gonna add this box shadow. Here we go. You're gonna show the user it's circle, guys, of this box. There we go. Now let me add this animation of this show opacity. So for this animation, we're gonna show it just like I named it. We're gonna add this opacity for this keyframes, guys. So for now, let's just skip it. I'm gonna add this box 4. I'm gonna add this box 5, box 6, box. I'm gonna add this animation again for the rotate Y, a random animation. You can just delete it, and you can just add it for this box 5, box 4. Just add it for your random box. So I'm just adding it for the box 3 and the box 6. There we go. Let me add the box 7, box 8, box 9. Let me just show you box 9 and the box, and I'm gonna this again rotate Y for the the 2 line inside it. Now for this, now let's just create this 2 line in the center of this. Okay, I'm gonna add this content, push absolute, top left, and I'm gonna add the rotate, just make sure it's aligned. Okay, so I'm gonna do width and the height. I'm gonna add this border radius and this rotate 45 degree, just make sure it's created. Let me just create this box shadow. Here we go. So this is our first line, and now let me add this opacity and this animation again for the the show opacity. Okay, now let me just create this show opacity. So for the show opacity, we're gonna add this 0%, 40%, 50%, 90%, 100%. Opacity 0, opacity 0, 50%. We're gonna show it opacity 1, 90% opacity 1, and 100% opacity 0. So we're gonna show it right here. Here we go. Now let me just color this after for this box 9, box 11. I'm gonna add this, just copy and paste it and add the minus instead of that. Just make sure, here we go. We created this 2 line in center of this. Let's just continue, guys. I'm gonna add this box 10, box 11, and I'm gonna add this rotate Y of this box 11, as you can see, for the, the next box. Okay. I'm gonna add this box 12, box 13, box 14, box 15, box 16. So we have a 16 box, as you can see, guys. Nice. So this is our next game. As you can see, we have a lot of thing to do. You can just you can just pause video and if you don't like it, just skip it, just like I said. Yeah, so next game, let's go to this width and height and the animation of this left 3. Okay, I'm gonna this card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4. We have a 4th card for this animation. I'm gonna this content, push absolute top left, width and height, and the border radius 50%, transform, and this background and the box shadow. So this is our card, as you can see. Let's just add the index and the transition and add this animation of this card anime that I'm just gonna change this animation, you know, change this position for this guys. So let me just add this card too. I'm gonna the top left and the transform. Nice. Now let me add this animation for the card anime 2, the next animation. And don't forget about this rotate, guys. We need this rotate. Okay, now let the card 3, we're gonna this top left and the animation of this card anime 3. Here we go. I'm gonna this card 4. Again, we're gonna add this here, top left and this rotate of this. Nice. Now let's just create this animation for this. So for this animation, I'm gonna start with the card anime 1. I'm gonna 0%, 100%, just copy and paste it from the first one. If you remember, just copy and paste it. Now for the 50%, I'm gonna this top and the left from this, just copy and paste it. And you can see it's go here. Nice. Now the next animation, just copy and paste it. So in 50%, we're gonna just copy paste it from this. Okay, now for the third animation, we're gonna add this 50%, and the fourth animation, we're gonna add this 50% top and the left from this. So you can see this is our animation for the card, guys. Here we go. So we create our animation, as you can see, guys. Hope you guys like it, and this is my CSS library. Hope you guys like it. Okay, next let's just create this card. Before, make sure to just have a center of this square. I'm gonna add this position top left. I'm gonna add this width and the height and the border radius, and now let me add this background and the box shadow. Nice. Now for this after, I'm just gonna change this box shadow, guys. Content, position absolute, top left, width and the height, and border radius, transform, and this box shadow, guys. Nice. So we just created everything for this plan, guys. Hope you guys like it, guys. And for now, let's not touch anything for this, guys. And we're gonna change this, you know, this for the JavaScript, guys. So for now, I'm just gonna not change anything from this. You can change this, you know, this game 2, game 3. So I think I add the game 3. I'm sorry, we have a lot of you know. So we can see this is our top left, and let me add it for now. Let me add this opacity 0, just hide it. Okay, let's go to the next, which is contact. So we're gonna start this, you know, the comment and this form. So let me first start with the form. I'm just gonna this display flex section column margin 0 item. Okay, sorry for this. Let me add this label first. So for this label, I'm just gonna you know, change this color white and the font size and the margin button 20 pixels. Okay, now let me add this input text area and the button. We're gonna say this button and the text area and input. I'm just gonna add the width and padding, and I'm gonna add this box shadow for this, guys, and the background. So just type it and add it very fast, guys. Let me add the color white and the margin button 30 pixels. Nice. Let me add this text area. Just make sure its height is better, guys. So we're gonna add this 250 pixels. Nice. Now let me add this button. A font size be a 1.3 rem. Okay, now if you can see, this is our button of this, and we have this button, the next. Nice. We just style it very fast. Now let me just add this client. So for this client, we're gonna just style this. So for this client, I'm gonna add this width and the height, position rotate, margin 0 item. Now we're gonna add animation for the comment, guys. So let me just first add this comment, position absolute, and this animation for the, you know, the left one. If you remember, we added this animation of this left one, guys. If you remember, guys, let me just delete this, guys. Okay, so we have this animation for the left one, and I'm just gonna explain it, and I'm just gonna add this animation. So the comment 2 and the comment 3, I'm gonna this opacity 0. Okay, let me add this new animation for the comment 2, which is a left 2 and this left 3. Now for this animation, guys, if you remember, we have this animation, simple animation from my previous video. Just find it from my channel. If you remember, we created this website, guys. So this is the next. So this is the same animation for this, you know, the comment of this, guys. You can just find it from my previous video. I just explained how to just create this, you know, the comment with this animation of the left 3, left 1, left 2. As you can see, this is a right 2 of this animation. It's a simple animation for to create this, guys. You can just find it from my previous video, guys, and just see it if you don't know how to just create this the left of this animation, guys. Okay, anyway, let me just copy from my previous video and just type it with and just paste it here, guys. Okay, so this is left 1, left 2, and left 3 from my previous video, guys. So I'm just gonna copy and paste it here. And also, if you remember, we had this left 1, left 2, left 3, which is here, right here. You can see, just add it for this animation, guys, for the game 1, game 2, game 3. Now let me add this icon client. I'm just gonna start this to add this border radius and the back shadow for this, guys. Push relative width and the height. Now let me add this color white. I'm gonna add this font size, padding, and this box shadow, guys. Just type it this box shadow, guys, very fast. Just go to the next. I'm gonna this position absolute top left and this transform and the border radius. Just make sure it's the circle. Now let's just create this 6 box, guys. Again, I'm just gonna copy from my CSS library and just paste it here. So content empty, position absolute top left. I'm gonna this width and the height and the border radius 10%. I'm gonna this transform and this background and the box shape for this box, guys. Just copy from my from this box that we just created. No, not this. Just copy from this and paste it here, right here, guys. Okay. After you just copy and paste this box shadow, I'm just gonna this index and this animation. So I'm just gonna create a 6 animation for the first box. Just go for the left, go to the bottom, go to the again to the right, and go to the same position, guys. So it's a simple keyframes for this this animation. I'm gonna do 0% and 100%. Just copy the top left, paste it here for the 0%, 100%. Now I'm gonna this 20%, 25%, 50%, 75%. You can change it this just change it this left first. Now for the 50%, we're gonna change it this top. Just go to the bottom. And in the 75%, you can see we're gonna add this left. Just make sure it's here to just go to the top. Okay, you can see this is a simple animation. Just go here. Nice. Now let me just change it this S2, S3, S4, and add the more size, the more width, and the height, more more nice animation for this, guys. So S2, I'm just gonna add the top left, width, and the height for this, guys. I'm gonna do the index -2 and this animation S2. So for this animation, I'm just gonna 0%, 100%. Again, copy paste it from this. Now for the 25%, 50%, 75%, I'm just gonna add this. Just pause video and just save it for the the second animation, guys. Okay, now let's go for the S3. I'm gonna this top left and the width and the height, and I'm gonna this index -2. Okay, animation S3 5 seconds is for was infinite. I'm gonna this 0%, 100%, and now 25%, 50%, 75%. This is a third animation. Nice. Again, at this top left, width and the height, and this animation S4. I'm gonna this S4 animation 0% and 25%, 50%, 75%. Next, I'm gonna this S5. I'm gonna this top left, width and the height. Just make sure it's bigger one of this box. Okay, I'm gonna this is index -5 and this animation S5 0%, 25%, 50%, 75%. Last one, I'm just gonna this top left. I'm gonna this width and the height animation S6. I'm just gonna this keyframes 25%, 50%, 75% for this animation, guys. So sorry if I just do it very fast because it's from CSS library, guys. I just copy and paste it. It's a simple animation. Just change it this top left. Just change it this top left. Just change it this top left for the this box, as you can see. So this is how to create this animation, simple animation. And we're gonna add this animation for the menu, guys, so don't worry about that. We're gonna add the same animation for the menu, guys. Okay, anyway, let me just make sure to create this center of this the square for this, guys. So for this before, I'm just gonna add this content position absolute top left and the width and this height, border radius, transform, and this box shadow, guys. So just copy from this icon. I just show you first. We have a lot of keyframes for this, guys, I know. So just copy from this and paste it very fast. Now let me add this div to add this width and the height. Okay, now let's go for the footer, guys. So we create everything for this last thing is a footer, guys. So for this footer, let me add this comment. I'm gonna this footer, display flex, gap, and the position relative. Okay, it's my from previous video, just like always. We're gonna just create it. I'm gonna this logo text h1. I'm gonna this flex footer. I'm just gonna add this cool, add the display flex action, and this margin for this, guys, and the position relative. Now let me add the cool a color and this margin button, text decoration, font size, font weight, transition, and the position relative. Okay, now let me add a color A, however, to add this scale, simple scale. Now cool P, I'm just gonna add the color white, just make sure it's, you know, color white, and the font size bigger. I'm gonna this B4, just make sure to create this, you know, the line. I'm gonna this just copy from, you know, the, I think we just created from this BG left, background left, if you remember, guys. There we go. Just copy this and paste it here. I'm just gonna add the top left for this guy for 400 pixel, 400%, and the left 50%, and the rotate of this, and the width and the height. And now let me add this border and the box shadow, the same of this. Just copy and paste it very fast here. So yeah, this is how to create this, all of this. Now last one is the menu, then we go for the JavaScript. Yes, hope you guys like this website. As you can see that I just created, guys, and this beautiful laptop. Okay, guys, you can see we have a lot of this square. If you remember, we added this S1, S2, S3, the same of this, but we're gonna add a scale for this S1, S2, S3, just like I name it here, a scale. We're gonna add a scale for this, guys. So for now, first let me just create the JavaScript for this guy's menu. So I'm just gonna add this icon 2. If you remember, we added this icon 2 of this menu hamburger, as you can see it, guys. So let me just call it here for this icon 2, and now let me call it this menu, the whole menu of this. And now let me just add this function of this on click for the icon 2. When you user click on this, the menu have this active. So now let me just see if it's working or not. Here we go. You can see the menu active is working. Okay, let me just close it. So, and also let me just add this moon to just go to the menu.css, guys. If you remember, I added this, you know, this body active, this background linear gradient, which is a black. Let me just add this active. So let me just call this icon again, which is this moon, as you can see it, this icon moon, and this color this whole body, which is a get element by tag name of this body. I'm just gonna call it here in the JavaScript. Now let me just add this again, copy paste it for this on click of this icon. When user click on this, I'm just gonna add this body. Body active, and now let's see it if it's working. Here we go. You can see this is our background color, black. Okay, now let's go for the menu.css, guys. So for this menu.css, let me start with this new menu. So for this new menu, we have this new menu, which is have this link inside and this scale of this, you know, the square. Okay, let me add this position, fix it, top left. I'm gonna this width and the height. There we go. I'm gonna this opacity 0, just hide it for now. Okay, and the transition for this, you know, for the JavaScript of this active. Okay, now let me add the icon 2, position up relative is index 9. Okay, let me add the menu link, display flags, and the flag section column gap 50 pixel, and justify content center, and the position absolute, top 50%, and the left 50%. Just make sure it's center of the. And let me call all of this square. If you remember, we added this scale. So for this scale, I'm just gonna add a simple scale, which is a 2.2, to just make it bigger for the menu, guys. Simple animation for this, guys. Okay, now for the menu link A, I'm just gonna add the color white, margin bottom, font size, text separation, text align center. Okay, let me call this menu active, new menu. Let me just add this, you know, this z-index and this opacity 1. You can see we just show it. And let me add this top left and this background, just make it, yeah, there we go. So we just created this new menu. And also last one is added this menu active icon, just added this position fixed and the right 10%. There we go. So we can see if I just scroll down, here we go. So this is our menu that we just created, a simple menu. So this is all you need for this, guys. Let me just create this JavaScript for the, you know, plan 2, plan 3, plan 4, and for yeah, this is JavaScript for this, guys. Let's just create it very fast. Okay, so for JavaScript, guys, let me just close all of these. So let me just, okay, yeah. So let's go for the plan to just show you what we need to call here for the JavaScript. So we have a lot of, I'm sorry for this, guys. We have a lot of div, sorry for this. So the plan, here we go. Let's call it this, you know, text S1, text S2, text S3. Okay, so first let me just call up this, you know, the text that we just show you right now. Just call up this, call all of this text, and let me call it this, the box plan 2, box plan 3. I'm gonna call it here, nice. And last thing I'm gonna call this btn. If you remember, we added this btn. Sorry for this. Let me just show you btn. There we go. You can see we added this ID because I want to add a function for this onClick for this button. So I'm just gonna call it here with this get elementary by ID. We add ID for this, guys. Nice. Let's just start with this first button. So for this first button, I'm gonna just add this text S1, which is this text S1. I'm just gonna hide it with opacity 0. I'm just gonna add this transform translate, just go to the left with a nice animation with this opacity. If you remember, we added this transition, and I'm gonna add this translate, and I'm gonna add this as the index, just not user click of this. And now let's call this text S2, just add this active, which is a show. If you remember, we added this show. Let me just show you. Okay, you can see we added this show, which is have this opacity and this translate 0 and this index 1, and you can see we added this transition, guys, with this minus 25 pixel. Okay, so we're gonna show this text S2 with this text show that we just added right here, guys. Okay, let me add this text S3. We're gonna just add onset, just gonna add this onset, which is have no style sheet inside it. No style sheet, we need no style sheet for this, guys. And now let me just call this box plan. So I'm just gonna hide this box plan, just copy again, paste it, that is, just copy this, paste it here. This is index. I'm gonna this is 0 and minus 50 pixel, just go to the top with a nice hiding. Okay, and let me just add this box plan, just copy and paste it, and add the show, just like we added this show, opacity 1, translate 0, and this is the index. Okay, and the box style 3 again be onset. Nice. Now just copy paste it for the btn 2, just copy and paste it. Now again we're just gonna copy this, paste it. So for the next plan, as you can see, so for the next plan, I'm just gonna hide this the text text. I'm just gonna hide this text here again, add this translate again, just copy paste it, the index again, copy paste it. Now we're gonna show the last the last one of this plan, which is box plan 3. I'm gonna show the text S3. Okay, we're gonna show this. You can see we're gonna show this. Okay, now let's just show this the box plan. I'm just gonna show the box plan opacity, just copy and paste it very fast, the index. And now I'm gonna add this opacity again for the for the second one of this box plan. I'm just gonna add this translate again, just copy and paste it. And now we're gonna show this, just copy this, paste it. We're gonna show this box plan 3. Here we go. Now for this back option, we're gonna add onset for this btn click btn 3. We're gonna add this onset for this guy, which is remove all of this style sheet that we just added for this for this first button, the second button, and we're gonna just remove all of this style sheet that we just added for the for this text and for this box. Just gonna remove all of this style sheet which is have this onset. Okay, and again remove this show. We don't need a show for these guys that have this opacity and this transit, just remove it. And this box plan again onset, and just again copy this, paste it, and add this remove show. So this is the whole animation of this JavaScript, guys. Hope you guys like it. You can see it's go down. Nice. Okay guys, so I think this is it, and we just created this beautiful website. And sorry if I did, and again I'm just gonna say it, sorry if I didn't add more JavaScript, because I want to just finish this video, my last video for this for this YouTube. So I didn't add more JavaScript, and I didn't create more medical or other thing. So sorry for this, guys, but yeah, you can just find this source code link in the description. You can just download it for free, guys. And yeah, maybe I will see you in the next 2 or 3 months. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button for more video, guys. Thank you as always, guys.